them, they are also going to Africa, and you need to get a team set and ready for the African campaign next month.
Right, Echedogli wins a foul, and Echedogli, the young man, signed from Banana Inn as part of the justifier that happened some months ago, and when Kwando out of Lions, and there you see the man, Echedogli. So play resumes. Lawrence Osei, and sends a long one. Well, and he finds Zakaria. Now, Kotoko would have possession on the left side of attack, and a beautiful play from Kotoko. There is a chance for Aqua sends a crossing, but Aban is there again. Echedogli. And both teams are still warming up into the game. Paul Hennessy would clear his lines, finds Ishmaelado, and Ishmaelado still has the ball. Brilliant play from Ishmaelado. Express play to the left side. Now, here is Kwesi Pong. Kwesi Pong's intended pass is cut out, and the Kotoko lads will build up play from the back again. Samba O'Neal. And here is Kotoko. They lose possession. Kwesi Pong, and a poor pass. Poor one. Paul Atta. Joseph Amoa. Paul Atta had a chance to find a colleague, but he sent it to the defenseman of Kotoko, and Lions would have a chance to clear their lines. They do that beautifully. Still on the ball, Kwando Hearts of Lions, who have won this Ghalca Top 4 tournament 2 times. And I was telling you about the 2000.
It's on point. Get set, Kivo. Get set, Kivo. Pass, dribble, shoot, that's the goal. And pay jump, take control. Get set, Kivo. Get set, Kivo. Glucose energy every time. Kivo Energy Plus, the taste feels right. Fuel your fun, fuel your stride. Winning.
And Opoku sporting the 9 shirts. Joseph Owusu playing on the left side for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Here he is again. Joseph Owusu in space and drives a long one. A comfortable save for Lawrence Osei.
And that's Johnson Owusu. Very impressive opening encounter or chance for him. That run and the ball through the legs of nutmegging the defender actually was brilliant. He had, of course, was pushed off the ball by Aban. Well, that was a good move anyway for him to announce his presence in the game today for the Warriors. So great stuff from Johnson Owusu. Early days, but clearly serving the intentions he has for the game today for the Warriors.
Early days yet, and Echedogli finds Danso. Danso has ball in play and still on the line. He wins a foul. Brilliant way to win a foul. So live here on the GH1 TV on Star FM, and it is the Ghalca Top 4 match day 2. Kwando Hearts of Lions taking on Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Both teams lost their first game, and they would need 3 points dearly, because of course if any of these teams should drop points here, I think a draw is not even good for any of the sides.
If it ends in a draw, then they would have to hope that the other game also ends in a draw. That's the only way out for them. But a sure 3 points is one of the teams here would need. And I'm sure for Kotoko folks who feel they are bigger, they would need to ensure they get their 3 points in the game today. Let's see if they can do it, or Hearts of Lions have other ideas.
Bismarckini, Dogli finds Hennessy, and Hennessy back to Captain Aban. Aban, calm, cool, and composed, finds his partner, Paul Hennessy. And Hennessy to Danso. Long one to Freeman, my favorite player, Chelsea Freeman. And Lions building up play. They lose possession in midfield. Kotoko, brilliant work from, well, is that a foul? Yes, foul against Paul Bismarckini Mamase. Kotoko restart play, and Samba O'Neal send another long one in, trying to find Donzo. but he goes straight to goalkeeper Lawrence Osei in post for the Lions. He throws one down to Paul Hennessy, back to Lawrence Osei, and Osei sends a longer one. He finds Atta to Enim. Enim sends a crossing and tries to find Pong. Pong still has the ball. Pong finds Freeman, and Freeman very, very short. A new attacker from Liberia. Here is Atta. Atta still has the ball with his left foot, and he finds Bismarck Enim, and Enim miscontrols the ball. Out it goes for a throw-in.
Absolutely. Opening 8 minutes of action done in the first half, and tell you what, both teams trying to size each other up to settle into the game, but none of them so far have settled in. It's been a ding-dong affair. We both trying to create an opening, but so far it's difficult for the two teams here in the game. Yet to settle, and so difficult for them to create openings here in the first 9 minutes of action in the first half.
Right play continues, and here is Francis Aqua. His pass finds the intended target, but out he goes. Philip Amwa sends the ball out for a throw-in for Gideon Danso, who quickly takes that throw-in. And Paul Hennessy back to Danso. Danso goes all the way back to Lawrence Osei. Well, in the last 10 games, ladies and gentlemen, Kumasi Asante Kotoko have won just 2, and the Lions have beaten the Porcupine Warriors 5 times, and 3 of these meetings in their last 10 meetings have ended in draws. A chance and a feeble shot could have found Paul Atta, but he went for glory. And Obeng Jr., who scored this time in the Premier League.
Terrible option for Obeng Jr. to have picked. He had a gaping space there for Opong, who was clearly in space and should have found him with a simple pass, and that would have clearly been a good chance for Opong to open the scoring here. Poor decision making on the part of Obeng Jr. For a player of his experience, he could have done much better with that opportunity for Heart of Lions.
Should have done much better. We saw that against Accra Suffolk. They had a lot of chances, and they failed to take their chances, and it went against them. And our ball goes out. A young chap that everyone has been talking about, and here is Freeman, the Liberian, a throw-in for Joseph Amwa with a bandage. Now Echedogli wins possession, and here is a chance for Lions. A shot comes in, goes across the goal of Aziz, and out of play goes. Another chance for Lions.
Decision making seems to be a big problem for Lions in the final third, because I mean, again, what was the point of him taking that shot when he had Chauncey Freeman making a run into the box and could have been found with a better cross and not a shot? So clearly, Kwesi Opong, and I mean for the front three, Kwesi Opong, Chauncey Freeman, and Obeng Jr. needs to communicate and take decisions very well in attacking areas for Lions. So far, they've had some good openings. They should at least have ensured that the goalkeeper for Kotoko, Dari Aziz, had to indeed put in some save, but so far none coming in from him because both efforts were way off target.
Well, we hope we'll see some goals here, and then temporary hold our player down. Eche Dogli, the man with the Pelani-like hair, lots of hair from this young chap, but then of course he has come into this side and shown that he can be that midfielder that can give Lions maybe the title next season.
Absolutely, and unfortunately he's down. Let's hope he recovers and to continue the game. But 12 minutes of action done. Looks as though Lions are settling in gradually into the game, are beginning to open up the Kotoko defense, creating some chances, and so far for me, they look more settled in the opening 12 minutes of action done here so far. So Kotoko needs to find a way to get themselves back in the game because Lions are settling in and are beginning to open them up at the back. Possibly, you never know. They could be getting a goal so early.
The man on the touchline for Lions, a former Kotoko player, Daniel Nieje, assistant coach for Kmando Hearts of Lions, who have a free kick, and Ebenezer Ban sends one in, and Kusipong loses the ball. Now here is Enim. Can he send a crossing? And well, he finds a pass to Atta, and the ball is out of play. Kusipong sends it out of play, throwing for Bismarck Enim. on the left side of attack for Kwandu out of Lions. He's in conversation with Echedogli and decides that he'll go in for a long one. And he does send a long one in. Has to go up. Ishmaelado, due diligence in midfield. He finds NSA, who finds Aban. Aban finds Enim. And Kwandu out of Lions will come forward again. Paul Atta AJ in his sparkling 7 shirts. Atta is brought down. Referee says it's a foul. Samba O'Neal cannot believe it, and Paul Atta wins another foul. Saw him, he had the ball. He weighed his options. He kept to the ball, and Samba O'Neal brought him down, and he's won a foul for the Akpini boys. So 13 minutes of play live here on GH1 TV on Star 103.5 FM. The 2025 Ghana League Clubs Association Top 4 Tournament. Bibiani Gold Stars, Kwandu out of Lions, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and Accra of Folk in this year's edition. We're here at the University of Ghana Stadium, and a free kick. It comes in from Enim, and it is cleared out by Kotoko. Now Paul Hennessy, he does find Captain Aban. Aban to Hennessy, who clears his lines, and Kotoko win the ball in midfield. Kotoko, what can they do with the ball? And finds the left foot of Inusa Adams. Adams back to Amwa. Amwa, brilliant play from Amwa. Adams. And Echedogli would follow Adams and concede a throw-in. Throw-in is quickly taken. A set, and Echedogli. Interception from Eche. And Ishmaelado has the ball. Surveys his options. Well, still weighing his options. He finds Enim. Enim in his 14 shirt. And Atta, brilliant play from the Lions, but out he goes for a throw-in. The final pass, trying to find Atta. Wins a throw-in for Joseph Amwa. And referee says Joseph would have to retake the throw-in. And so throw is taken. And that is set Kojo. And he finds Captain Samba O'Neal. Zakaria would not go back to the goalkeeper, trust me. And brilliant play from Lions. Lions in midfield. Enim finds Danso on the right side. And Danso still has the ball. He wins a free kick. Johnson Owusu stops the player. And so it's a foul against Kotoko. Paul Hennessy. Hennessy back to Danso. He receives it back, Hennessy. 1-2, brilliant 1-2 from Hennessy and Danso. And finally, ball finds Captain Aban, who finds Enim. Enim sends another one in. And Freeman is a hard worker, Benghazi. He's shown that, of course, in the first game, Freeman Chauncey, the 22-shirted player for the Lions. There you see the man who's shown that when it comes to hard work, he'll be there. And this time around, the striker decides to take a long throw-in. He asks the likes of Echedogli to come in. He sends a throw-in and has to go up. Echedogli has the ball, but right into the arms of goalkeeper Aziz.
Not enough power behind that header from Echedogli, who advanced and in the box to try and get an opening goal for Lions. But that, like I said, no power really in that header from Echedogli. To be concise with the decision making, on the field of play. If you're putting it across, let it be across towards a colleague of yours. Don't just put the ball in hoping that it ends on someone's head. That was a poor decision making on the part of Atta, yeah, on that occasion for Lions.
We saw some, decisions that he made against Accra Folk. Not too impressive at all.
It's been the biggest problem for Lions in this competition. Decision making, especially in the final third. They need to be sure of what it is they are doing. If you get in there and you have players in good position, tee them up. A pass across in the box is better, but they seem always want to get the ball in when they're trying to shoot a target, try and get a goal, but then they get it all wrong. So they need to be very concise with what they want to do when they get to the box. Those fine details is what is missing from the game of Lions, and I'm sure Coach Bashir Ford and EJ will have to now really work on that to ensure they can get that right, in the remaining fixture of the minutes of the game.
If Chauncey Freeman is the man to unlock the defense or the attack of Pando Hearts of Lions, but then for now, Kotoko will build a play from the back once again, and Samba, Captain Fantastic Samba O'Neal finds goalkeeper Aziz. This time, not in an own goal-like fashion, and Aziz would balloon the ball into the skies. Aban will come out, clears lines, but Kotoko would have the ball again. Johnson now moves to the right side. Amwa sends a crossing, trying to find Johnson again. Aban is there, and he would allow the ball to roll out for a goal kick for Pando Hearts of Lions. We are yet to see Kotoko in this game.
They really are yet to settle into this game. They are struggling, and you can see that from the coaches, not too happy with what they are seeing so far. They are struggling to put passes together. I'm sure the reason clearly is that most of these new boys in the team haven't played among themselves for that long. So it's difficult reading the movements of each one and getting the passes in. It's been difficult for them. So far, it's been Lions who have been in fair control of the game as of now. But Kotoko needs to step a bit on the gas and get themselves back into the game.
Kotoko would obviously need to up their game this afternoon if they want to keep hopes alive in the Ghalca Top 4 tournament, and they do have the ball for now. And a ball to the left side, Francis Aqua. Francis, brilliant play. He takes on two players, and his final touch finds Eche Dogli. And Eche is, chest pass found Atta, and Atta was brought down. Paul Atta brought down by Joseph Amwa, right around the center circle. Atta would be looking, Atta Eje will be looking to impress Coach Bashir Hayford after a poor showing against Accra Suffolk in match day 1. Here is Danso, and Ishmaelado finds captain Danso, and for Hennessy, safety first, balloons the ball into the stands. A throw in for Francis Aqua. Aqua finds a man in midfield, and the Lions would come forward. They still have possession. Pando Hearts of Lions. Now here is Francis, and he allows ball to go out of play for a throw-in, and a throw-in for the Porcupine Warriors, who are FA Cup winners. And of course, you see some of the players and of the Porcupine Warriors in the stands, obviously probably out injured, fatigue.
Some have been given time to rest, so I'm sure in the third game perhaps you're going to see a lot more of them also come back in the game. Even for this current setup, who are playing to the likes of Opoku, and the others are not even on the bench. They've been given time to also rest. He has a bit of a knock as well. So it's a rotation sort of a thing being done by the coaches for Kotoko, and it's the reason why you can see some of them.
You see Opoku in there.
In the stands watching on. Some of them have got knocks. Some also being given time to rest and recover for the next or final game in the top 4.
Aqua seeing a cross and a chance, a shot, and it's cleared by Bismarckini. Now, Chauncey Freeman is fouled. Chauncey Freeman, the Liberian, who reminds me of Junior Gogo, but this time he might be the shorter Junior Gogo.
I guess it's because of the clean shave.
Obviously. 22 minutes of play done live here on GH1 TV on Star 103.5 FM, and it is a Ghalca Top 4 tournament. And look at some discussions and arguments going on among the fans here at the University of Ghana Stadium. A free kick comes in from Aban. Aban finds another captain, Samba O'Neal, who allows ball to roll out for another goal kick for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And a good chance for goalkeeper Aziz, who is in today for Kamara, to impress the Kotoko folks.
Absolutely, and so far he's not been called to duty yet. He's been, very, very busy, if I can put it that way, because no real effort has really gone on him for him to pull any save. So far, less busy for him. But let's see if he can step up and show why he's been brought in ahead of Mohamed Kamara in the game today.
But as compared to Lawrence Osei, trust me, Ben, if you compare both keepers, I think Lawrence Osei has been on vacation in the Volta region. Now play continues. Paul Hennessy, and he does send another long one in, and he finds 8 intended targets. And Kwesi Pong loses the ball. Brilliant play in midfield, and the man is brought down. And is that Inusa? Yes, Inusa Adams brought down. Samuel Tenedu, I must say. So Samuel Tenedu brought down, and the play continues. Here is Aqua. Francis Aqua still has the ball. Francis sends a crossing. He finds Paul Hennessy for Lions, and Ishmaelado. Kojo sets Kojo in midfield in his 20 shirt. And who also finds back to Seth Kojo. Seth sends a left-footed pass, and he finds the head of Danso, clears his lines. Ball is back to Danso. Second clearance is received by Aqua. Aqua sends in a pass or a shot, and Aban is there again. Ebenezer Aban. Now, Asante Kotoko. In the half of Panduat of Lions, Kumasi Asante Kotoko putting their passes together. Is that a foul? Yes, it's a foul. Set. Well, Joseph Amwa wins a foul against Chauncey Freeman. Kotoko finally finding some passes together. Absolutely, trying to build from the back and also in the middle there. They need to do that a lot more, get themselves so much involved in the game and try and create at least a chance or two and attempt at goal. So because so far, 25 minutes, and like you said, Lawrence Osei has been virtually on a holiday. He runs menacingly, and the ball is... Seth Abletor has flagged Paul Atta offside, and it was a brilliant work from the Lions. And of course, well, the ball was in the net, but the referees do have the final say to offside against Asante Kotoko. Now throwing. Look at coach Ania J, very, very animated in front of us right here in commentary position. And Echedogli goes up into the skies. He fouls his marker. And the man is down in pain. In his 26 shirt, Samuel Tenedu clutching his thighs and asking for the medical team who ran onto the pitch. 26 minutes of play done. Temporary hold up here at the University of Ghana Stadium. It is the 2025 Ghalca Top 4 tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, match day 2, and it's been interesting so far as things stand. And there you have Kamiba Nwako in the stands. He's a former member of Kotoko. Well, some of these people can afford, and of course, the Lion, Patal Dauda, and Eric Donko, former captain of Kotoko as well, all in the stands watching on. Yeah. So, goalkeeper Kamara there, and then of course, Opoku as well. So the boys are here supporting the team, and you can also see the men on the bench for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. A play resumes, and a throw-in for the Porcupine Warriors. Francis Sakwa in his 3 shot will pick up the ball right on the left side of attack for Warriors. Ball is cleared out by Obeng Jr. and Danso would complete the clearance. Well, win a foul. Kwesi Pong in his 28th set wins a foul, and Danso would leave the ball for, I believe, Paul Hennessy, who has been on that right side of the defense. And Aban would instruct Hennessy, let's go long and avoid some mistakes. And ball is sent into the skies. Chauncey Freeman, always eager for the ball, but his height not helping him at all.
And he also has got to contend with a very strong in the air Samba O'Neal. He's almost always first in the air whenever the ball goes in there. So you can imagine the height differential and he challenging Samba O'Neal for an aerial or duel. Now
play does continue. And Philip Amwa loses the ball. Echedogli to Kwesi Pong. And a pass to Paul Atta. Paul Atta does get to the ball. Paul. And he has Amwa to contend with. And Amwa would submit himself to a corner kick. 28 minutes of play down, approaching the 29th-minute mark. Lions have survey his area, issuing instructions. Goalkeeper Aziz. Well, Danso, who has been on set piece duties for Pando out of Lions, would pick up the ball and also issue instructions. And, well, puts 2 hands up and says a crossing, a chance for them again, and nearly a no-goal.
A bit of a panic situation in the box of Kotoko. They need to be calm. They really have struggled in the first 30 minutes of action here. It's been all Lions who really have had a large chunk of possession and, of course, creating chances as well in this particular game.
Now, Danso sends another corner in, a chance, and goalkeeper Aziz clears his lines, and Philip Palmer will complete the clearance, and the ball is finally ballooned out of the danger area, and now we can see Inusa Adams, he finds Amwa, Joseph Amwa that sent a long one trying to find Johnson Owusu, and Johnson Owusu, well, is found, but it's a touch, it's poor, he can't control the ball, out it goes for a throw-in.
It's not looking too pretty for the Warriors in this game. They really have struggled to possess, pass among themselves. It's difficult seeing, a clear pattern of play to Team Kotoko today.
A chance, and Paul Atta delays the kick, and he's smiling. Paul Atta J, another chance for the Lions to, well, put some smiles on the faces of the Pando team, the Pando lads. And Inusa thought he won a throw, but you can see Echedogli screaming, and the referee says, I saw it. Fourth official was right there, Gideon Nikofi, and so Bismarck Enim would take that throw in, and this time trying to find Freeman again. Well, he loses the ball, but Enim would also lose the ball, and they come forward, the Porcupine Warriors. Adams, he has 2 men to contend with. Brilliant play from Adams, but Eche is too strong. But Kotoko do have the ball. Amwa sends in across and whistles in the box. Johnson in his 9 shot. Kotoko, a chance to shoot, a brilliant block, and the referee spots a foul against Johnson.
A brilliant effort and a wonderful block on a defensive shield from the Lions defenders. That's clearly Hennessy who blocked that shot from Johnson. But the cross was very brilliant, picking up Johnson at the far post. But a shot, plenty blocked there by Hennessy.
Paul Hennessy
for Heart of Lions.
Now Lawrence Osei, and who I told you has been on holiday vacation. Now, because the Porcupine Warriors can strike anytime they want to. And Obeng Jr. still has the ball. He finds Eche Dogli to Enim. And Inim's pass is cut out by Amwa. And Seth Kojo finds Zakaria to Amwa. Kotoko, they win. Is there foul? Yes. Ref says it's a foul against Freeman. Throw in. Well, it's a throw in though, quickly taken. And Paul Ata Ej finds Freeman, and Freeman's pass is a poor one. Zakaria is there, and well, a bit scrappy. Throwing again for Joseph Amwa. Amwa does find Samba O'Neal, I must say, and you know Samba O'Neal's pass is not a heavy one. And Samba O'Neal clears lines. Inim is there for Kwando out of Lions. Paul Ataiji is brought down. Joseph Amwa points to the ball, but referee says, "Come on, I saw everything. It's a foul." And so 33 minutes of play done. Kwando Hearts of Lions, the boys from the Volta region, up against the Porcupine Warriors of the Ashanti Kingdom. We've done 33 minutes of play, and Lions 0, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0. Here at the University of Ghana Stadium. Of course, we're live on Star 103.5 FM on radio, and our affiliates across the nation on the EIB network. So you might be listening to us on radio in Takrady, but for now, Lions come forward the ball across, and what is it? What is it? They want a foul, and referee Reginald calling someone says it's a corner kick instead.
Well, they were looking for a penalty on that occasion, but like I said, the decision making on the part, there should have been a simple cross across because Chauncey was
right
free
there
in the box, but he pushed the ball rather to the Kotoko defender and only out for a corner kick.
Well, Kwando out of Lions have a corner kick, and Aziz again commanding the defense. A lot of business, a lot of market in his box, and he needs order. Waiting for Bismarckini, who sends in the cross. He comes in as he clears his line. A toss, and ladies and gentlemen, Paul Ataije has broken the deadlock. Paul Ataije, and look at Lawrence Osei. Paul Ataije has finally, after numerous chances falling to him, he's done it for the Bobobo boys at Minimedronkwell. J1, that is what they call themselves. And look at the smiles on the faces of the Kwando lads. It was from a corner kick. Inim sent it in. Goalkeeper Aziz, he rose up, he punched the ball well, he mishandled it. Atta was there, pounced on it, hit it with his left foot. Kwando out of Lions 1, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0.
Deserving lead there for the Kwando last. They have been in control of this game for all 35 minutes of the first half, and clearly deserving lead, but on clearly, terrible goalkeeping on the part of Aziz Dari. If you are coming out of your goal area to point or even save, if you are saving it, be sure you are saving it and saving it very, very well. If you want to punch, you punch it with some power. You don't do what he did. I mean, clearly flipping just on the ball and then dropping in his own box for the attacker to finish. A very poor goalkeeping on the part of Aziz Dari on the location. But hey, great goal there for Kwando Lions because they've been in control of the game so far. A deserving goal, a deserving lead for the boys from Kwando.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, well, here's the breaking news. They are down by a goal to nothing. Goalkeeper Aziz rose up to that cross from Bismarckini. They wanted a penalty. Benghazi, football has its own ways.
Absolutely.
Kwando out of Lions wanted a penalty. They got a corner kick, and out of that corner kick, they got a goal. Well, Kotoko would have a corner kick of their own, ladies and gentlemen. And Francis Aqua, in his 3 shirts, would pick up the ball. It's time for Lawrence Osei to be back from vacation because there's some business to attend to in his box. And I can count close to 5 Kotoko players in the box. He comes in and finds ahead of 14 shirted.
That's Morifin Donzo with that connection.
Donzo's header.
Poor connection from Donzo because the ball came directly at him. He could have gotten a bit more direction and accuracy to that header and just getting it over the upright. Poor connection from Donzo on that occasion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you another story. A Kwando Hearts of Lions, after they returned from the Division 1 League in 2023, are unbeaten against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. In their last 4 games, Kotoko failed to beat the Lions. Here they come again, and this time the final pass is cut out. But then Kotoko found it very difficult to beat Bando Heart of Lions anytime they meet Ben.
I don't know what it is, but that's the story out there. They really struggle against them. Like you said, since they returned to the Premier League, I recall their first game was in Kumasi, Baba Yara Stadium. In fact, they could have easily won that game, but for disallowed goal, they scored. So game ended 0-0. Then in Kwando, they got the better of Kotoko by 1-0. Last season as well, it was similar. I mean, they again won in Kwando, and they won in...
There was a draw in Kwando,
and they beat Kotoko in Obuasi.
Yeah, in
so it's been dominant on the part of Lions over Kotoko. I don't know what it is and how they do it, but I guess he might continue with how things are going, because 38 minutes played, it's been mainly Lions who have been in control of this game and reflected with the scoreline we have at the moment.
Well, football would always give you a chance to make amends, to put smiles on the faces of your teaming fans, and so it is not over yet for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, who have sent a crossing, a chance, and Bismarck Enim is there to clear his lines, and the young man who's brilliant cross, well, now a chance for Kotoko, it comes in and out it goes.
A very poor one from Paul Amwa. I don't know what it is, Joseph Amwa. Is he a left footer or a right footer? He seems to love to play with his left foot, even though he's a right back and clearly plays with the right. But he loves to play a lot more with his left, and that cross came from his left foot, and it was just terrible across from him.
39 minutes of play done. We're live on Star 103.5 FM on GH1 TV, and also on Ultimate FM in Kumasi, and of course in Takrady we're live on Empire FM. Far away, you might be listening to us in the north. Yes, we're live on Zeps FM in Zabila. So throwing for the Porcupine Warriors, who would want to get an equalizer before halftime. They have about 5 minutes and additional time to do that, and the throw is quickly taken. Ball in midfield, Samuel Tenedu's pass goes all the way to Seth Kojo, who finds Zakaria. Crossfield pass is curtailed, and the ball finds, well, Seth Kojo again, who goes all the way back to Samba O'Neill. O'Neill finds Zakaria. Zakaria clears the ball one time, and the Lions will win the ball in midfield. Oh, brilliant play from Ishmael, but intended pass is cut out. And Kotoko all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here is a chance for Chauncey Freeman, and Freeman. Oh, goal line clearance from Samba O'Neill. Chauncey Freeman, the hard-working Liberian import for Bando Heart of Lions, nearly made matters worse for the Porcupine Warriors. Brilliant play, and what a from the goalkeeper. He kicked it with his left foot, but Samba O'Neill was there to clear his lines.
Brilliant play from Lions. That through pass exquisite. The run from Chauncey, and of course getting the ball from the goalkeeper.
Playing for your country, enye easy. Scoring, enye easy. Avoiding injuries, enye easy. Winning, enye easy. But you know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Aye easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted granules. Just add water, then sharp my soakings make me ready. Taste and energy, made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
Regain possession. Brilliant play from Ishmaelado, the player who plays for Ghana's under-20 team, the black satellite, and doing so well. I mean, he had a brilliant season. And
he's one to watch for the future. He's so comfortable on the ball. He's so cool. Knows what he's about and knows what to do with the ball whenever the ball gets to him. No pressure whatsoever. Brilliant player by all standards, and I'm happy handlers in the national team have noticed him and are picking him up and are working on him. Aldo Ishmael is one prospect, huge one for the future.
Well, Samuel Tenedu wins a foul in midfield. 42 minutes of play done, and the free kick is quickly taken. It has to go up, and in between goalkeeper Lawrence Osei and captain Ebenezer Aban. And Lawrence Osei would relish to keep a clean sheet against this Kotoko team. Now, his ball finds Obeng Jr., whose pass found Kwisipong, and he, well, won a free kick and right in front of referee Reginald Collins. And now Aziz would have another meeting, another business to attend to, ladies and gentlemen. And this time around, Ishmael Ado behind the ball. He finds Eche Dogli, Eche to the strong man, Obeng Jr. Enim on the left side, cross comes in, and the header is poor, but the ball is recycled. Ishmael Ado, a shot, it comes in, and brilliant save. Brilliant save that would end the applause of the fans here. Even the men on the bench would put their hands together for goalkeeper Aziz, but it was brilliantly worked by Bando out of Lions. Ishmael Ado, he had some space, he took it, it was going into the net. Benghazi.
Absolutely brilliant shot there from Ishmael Ado. Spoke about him moments ago. The pass from Yaudansu was brilliant, and then look at that, he picked a spot for that shot. Ooh, it was sailing in, but an equally brilliant save on the part of Aziz Diary to save it from getting in there. But brilliant game by all standards from Heart of Lions in the afternoon's encounter.
Well, a quick substitution, and we see the introduction of one of the new boys. We'll tell you about soon. But then a corner kick again, it comes in, and so Seth Kojo is in, and of course we see he's actually out. Seth Kojo is out, and Jehu is in. So Jehu in for Seth Kojo, the midfielder. Now there is a chance for Lions, and a foul against Lions in the box. So free kick, and now Kotoko and their fans can heave some sigh of relief.
So much pressure on Kotoko at this stage, but a good exercise for them as well as they get ready for the African campaign. They will know their true level as we speak, and we're able to work on the team, because you can't get this in any friendly game. This is what they need to ensure they can test the players and see how good they are for Africa. And so far, clearly, I'm sure the coaches have a good idea of what they must do, because it's been that bad for them in the first half. It's all been Lions in the first 45 minutes.
Well, Lions, and here is Donzo, well, a chance for them to come forward, and the pass is curtailed. Now, is that Albert Amwa? So Albert Amwa has been introduced, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing 3 minutes of additional time, and it tells you the intentions of coach. Coach
Karim Zito clearly needs to get his team back in there. So he's brought on two players, because Albert Amwa has come on together with Jehu. These guys have brought some experience, and I'm sure he needs to get them to get going straight away from their onset. But clearly, difficult battle they have on their hands. Difficult battle,
and a free kick is a poor one, but Samba couldn't keep that ball in play, so it will go for a throw-in on the right side for the Akpini boys, Jiewonu, the Bobobo boys. Trust me, if you come to Bando, you would enjoy some good Bobobo. But for now, Danso will take a throw-in, and the throw-in is headed. Now, a chance for Freeman. Freeman, can he move forward the ball? Freeman surveys his options, and a pass would find a Kotoko player, and I think that's Zhao. Now, ball to the right side. Here is Albert Amwa introduced by coach. Cross comes in, a header, and brilliant save. What a save! Brilliant reflexes from goalkeeper Lawrence Osei. Make sure that the Lions, a chance for Kotoko again, but this time Hennessy would balloon the ball into the skies and complete the clearance. But that is a good impact from Albert Amwa Benghazi.
Absolutely good impact there from Albert Amwa. Look at it again. The cross was precise onto the head of Donzo, and the connection was brilliant, but an equally brilliant save there on the part of goalkeeper Lawrence Ejay. So Albert Amwa together with Henry Jehu are the guys who have come on, and they are bringing some energy already into the Kotoko attack.
Right now, ball to the right side. Here is Freeman, Chauncey Freeman. He would send a cross in, and it comes in. Atta wants to take it one time, but out it goes. he could have controlled that ball there, man.
Absolutely. He should have gone in for a control than to try and go in for a one-time effort or shot. Poor decision making again from Atta on that occasion.
Well, he's the goal getter. He got the goal in this encounter for Kpando Hearts of Lions. He's lost the ball though, and Albert Tamwa would come forward with the ball, being policed by Bismarck Enim. Albert Tamwa will come off and he's sensing across, but Ebenezer Aban, Captain Fantastic, is there. He cleanses lines, Ishmael Ado. And ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We are done for the first half. The second day of the Ghalca Top 4, the first match between Kpando Hearts of Lions and Kumasi Asante Kotoko has come to an end. Goal scored by Paul Ataije after brilliant corner kick from Bismarck Enim. It was mishandled by Aziz, so the Lions would lead Kotoko 1-0.
A deserving lead in the first 45 minutes for Heart of Lions, who have played better in the first 45 minutes. They've had more control. They've clearly showed a lot more exhibition on their partners compared to Kotoko, who have struggled really in the first 45 minutes to settle into the game. They seem to have picked up the pieces a bit with 43 minutes of action than when, Amwa, Albert together with Henry Jau came on. They seem to have brought some energy into that Kotoko attack, but that was a bit too late to get them into the first 45 minutes for Lions, deservedly as well. They're up by a goal to 0.
Right, so we'll be back. So live on GH1 TV on Star FM. Kpando Hearts of Lions 1, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0.
So it's all, first half shared there. You see the score line. It's Kpando Hearts of Lions. It tells you how indeed wounded, and they came all out there. They're not playing anyway in their den all the way in Kpando. This time around, it's here in Accra, and then they've made sure that they are already trailing by a lone goal there. So that is the story of the first half. What is it going to be like in the second half? So I've got another legend joining us in the studio. I did tell you he was going to join us pretty soon. In his days, he captained Accra Hearts of Oak, and he won several laurels with Accra Hearts of Oak. Even the CAF Champions League, he won so many things with Accra Hearts of Oak. Joining us currently in the studio, we have Amankwa Mreku, great legend. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for...
And for me, I'm not surprised for them having the opener. If you could watch from the onset of the game, they have been pressurizing. They have that pressing attitude, playing to the box of the Kotoko defense. And so having the first goal, I think they deserve it. Looking at the offensive play that they having. Tells you that they might get something, they might get a result. And for me, I'm not surprised.
But Eric, are you impressed so far with the way Kotoko is playing, or is it because it's a new set of players we're seeing? That's why then, as you rightly said, they will tell you they are not gelling yet. So what are we waiting for?
Joe, before the game, I think we did hit on these issues that bringing new players. The 11 players sets which are new, playing against a team before gelled, and then even the ball retention issues that we were discussing, that when House of Lions loses even the ball, see their recovery rate.
Sure.
How they come for the ball again and then they go on the... If not because of the backline of the Krobia team, and then also the Hearts of Lions attacking machine, after they've won the ball in the attacking third, instead of them to stay resolute, focused, composure, then they are in a haste. Even during these dying members of the game, the one who scored the goal, he got another one into the net. But I wonder how players are thinking now, especially the strikers. When they get even into the 16, any contact is a penalty.
Big Crystal Original. Get a pen you can rely on.
Problem for Kotoko because his ball retention, he is dictating the pace of the game as we speak now. And you can see that whenever the Lions team lose the ball up front, they all come behind the ball again.
That's true.
To reinforce and then go again. So you see, 2 changes have been done during the first half.
Yeah.
I'm back now. I don't know how long he's played there. Because it takes somebody who have played for so long.
Exactly.
I mean, he's very comfortable with that position before you can play over there. Because you see, even in his crosses, it's going one way. And when he wants to pass through the line too, he has to force the leg and then play on the line, which is not as comfortable. But I don't know the system that the coach wants to play and the mechanism that he wants to deploy. But with me, sitting from afar, I think the midfield is collapsed for Krobia. So it's giving the Kotoko defense a whole lot of work. Instead of them to soak the pressure, now they are clearing. So as you can see, there's no any attacking link play with the striker.
Yeah.
So they will blame, the striker, he cannot play. But is he being fed and is squandering chances? How many passes have they been able to locate him? So, I mean, it's a very